Hello, welcome to Mystic Moon's Aware and Beware. I have this light. I don't know if I can get it propped. It's been a while since I've done Aware and Beware. I do realize I completely skipped over moon messages, so I guess I will do moon messages at some point. But right now I feel called to do Aware and Beware. I'm going to use, instead of the moon cards, I'm going to use these flashcards or these little strips, these little slips of paper. Let's see what Creepy Chen thinks. She thinks it's pretty good. First message, I have otherworldly. So, otherworldly. Let's pull out some more slips. I'm gonna pull two more out and then a tarot card. Otherworldly, and then I have how interesting. Beloved by the spirits. Do you see that? Beloved by the spirits. Two cards fell out. Chains of desire, and you deserve love, but I want to pull. I'm going to pull one more and then a tarot. I'll just put our hand in here, feel around a little bit, what this message is. Thin. So, between otherworldly, beloved by the spirits, and thin, I would almost say the veil between this world and the other worlds are slipping away. It's thin. The connection between you and, or some of you watching, and the ether is not as massive, not as thick, not as concrete as one would think. Let's get a few more messages. Let me see if I can't prop this. It's like gorilla style. Of course, my cat is amused. Yes, I am amused. I'm Kwiki-chan. I'm all greatly amused by this. Okay, so beloved by the spirits, otherworldly and thin. I'm going to get a tarot card to accompany that. And Ace of Cups. So for some of you, you have a lot of support. A lot of support out there as you are beloved by the spirits. Otherworldly forces are close by you. There's not a lot of separation between you and them. With Ace of Cups. This could be them facilitating a new start for you. Could be energies of Cancer. Well, we are starting a new month, also new beginnings. New beginnings in all the forms that they may come in. Also new perspectives, new emotional new emotional developments. Let's go and clarify a little bit with these, the Ace of Cups, now that we have otherworldly, beloved by the spirits, and thin. That's the Ace of Cups. Overreaching. Overreaching also gets emotional support. Somehow that's bringing down our Ace of Cups, isn't it? Rebound. Well, you have to go and keep on pushing forward. You can't just stop. Obnoxious. Could be as you're pushing forward, you're running into some either obnoxious situations or people. We'll pull two more on this Ace of Cups. Well, someone is overreaching and out of their league, and we have clairvoyance. We definitely have paranormal, well, messages in here with beloved by the spirits, otherworldly, and thin. Now, clairvoyance. What exactly is this rebound of? Well, the rebound, I feel like no matter what the situation is that it's coming at you, you can't stay still. That's personally what I feel with this rebound. However, I do think. Okay, quiet, Chi Chi. However, I do think with overreach and out of his league, there are some people who could be around you who are obnoxious and perhaps, I don't know, are they taking advantage of someone teetering between states? Are they attracted by the different types of nexus, shall we call it that perhaps some of you emit? I definitely think they can get some sort of emotional support from you. Emotional support, which is no wonder, seeing how you are beloved by the spirits. So I also have Three of Cups, more Cancerian energy. Also collaboration, celebration, coming together, a joining of forces, alignment of purpose, alignment of heart. Knight of Wands. She always read as Sagittarius energy. Knight of Wands, that you really, going back to that rebound energy, you can't quite sit still. You always have to keep on moving, keep on improving. And Ten of Cups. Well, overall, the cards look really good. Three of Cups, Knight of Wands, Ten of Cups. Well, the spirits are going to help you out with placements. That's what I see here. They're going to help you out finding your people. That's essentially the first message that I have here. Three of Cups. Unhealthy habits. Is that the negative side of the Three of Cups? Too many people, too many parties, too much fun. alignment on things that feel good, but not necessarily things that are sustainable. Well, let's see. Spirit world. Unhealthy habits with the spirit world. We have lots of spirituality coming out here in this reading. Calling in your soulmate, calling in partnership at the very least. One more for Three of Cups. Anticipates. Well, someone's looking forward to a meeting here with Three of Cups. Let's see, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. Narrow-minded. This person doesn't have the capacity, doesn't have the experience of the full range of vicissitudes that life may bring. Conjure. It's almost a spooky one. Knight of Wands also gets a love confession. Of course, when you're beloved by the spirits, I wonder what a love confession means in this case. In fact, let's go get a card on that. Domestic. Something nearby, something that attends to your immediate needs. Something related to the home, something definitely nearby. And pull one more on Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, I have dream person. So, someone is definitely acting as a magnet. Is this a meeting where both people go and get what they deserve, or is this one person calling in people who are attracted to the natural innate energy you provide? Low salary. Okay, Kochi. Low salary also gets a type of jinn. I do believe this particular type of jinn, well, I think it's a type that is a little grotesque. You can check, but I believe that they're the ones that have, human and animal body parts put together. Never a low salary, never allowing demons in a clean, healthy environment. That's how I'm reading that. A positive, healthy relationship. So, I have two cards that fell out, two little slips as well. Move forward and new money. We'll keep them in mind. What I am seeing is that for some of you, you are beloved by the spirits. I do think for some of you, you are dealing with people who are drawn to that energy. The same energy that makes you spirit candy is the same energy that draws in some low vibrational people. What I do think too is happening is that someone who is cleaning themselves up. They're in the process of cleaning themselves up, making themselves a better person. This person is going to have some questionable habits, some worse habits than you. With this Three of Cups and all these sorts of energies that are on the Three of Cups. Anticipates unhealthy habits, spirit world, and calling in your soulmate. I do think I have somebody here who's in the midst of transformation, narrow-minded, conjure, love confession, domestic, and dream person. Domestic, I'm really seeing as it clarifies domestic. Well, number one, this person is into settling down, but I also wonder how close that is, right? I mean, even the fact that, my cat's over here, I mean, they're called domestic short hairs, right? He's like, sniff, sniff. You want to sniff? He wants to sniff. So, I mean, domestic, there's certain connotations with domestic that go even far beyond also civilized, right? All the meanings in what's the word? Not intuition, innuendos, or there's some other word that I'm thinking of around innuendos of what domestic can, my mind is a little slow, what domestic can allude to, what domestic can also work with. And then finally, with a never low salary, that word chic and relationship, well, as I said, it's like never will you settle. Never will you settle for crap. Excuse my language. Low salary, and then the chic, as I said, is a grotesque being that has like animal and human all mishmashed together. It's an ugly thing. And instead seeking a healthy relationship. I think for some of you, you're going to meet somebody. As I said, that person is going to have some habits, some questionable habits that are not quite your habits. I also think that the greater message is that you should know that you are beloved by the spirits and that the otherworldly veil between our world and the other sides are thin. What you think, what you feel, our thoughts become reality. Let's go on to another message. I was going to go into love confession, but I feel it wasn't necessary. So we'll just get a new message. I'm going to shuffle this a little bit. And I'm going to go, instead of using the moon cards, I'm just going to draw these. And let's see. What we have. So I have understanding. I get one more card and then I'll draw a tarot too. Understanding and sporty. So this could be someone straight off with sporty who likes to envision themselves in an active, or that they lead an active life. They definitely are into, I don't know, doing some sort of sport. Let's go and say, do they run? Do they hike? Do they ski? Do they just go to the gym? Do they wear trainers? Do they wear jogging pants? Do they wear sneakers? Could wear flashy sneakers. I wonder how sporty they actually are in terms of a fashionable fashion statement as opposed to sporty as a lifestyle. Understanding and sporty. All I know is that somebody who gives the impression that they are an active person, well, has some sort of understanding. I'm going to draw a tarot. Not to clarify, but to accompany. So I have Three of Swords. Well, first let me say someone understands who is in I feels like maybe sporty is more their maybe more their fashion statement. Someone sporty understands that a connection between you and them will never happen. Let's go and start clarifying this Three of Swords. So, Three of Swords. Let's see. Three of Swords, I have closure. So someone understands that it definitely is never, ever, ever going to happen. Perhaps a romantic encounter, or perhaps just simply a lustful encounter will never happen. Something that their heart wants. And their heart wants, Three of Swords is never really a solid energy to me. I mean, like Five of Cups, I kind of like better than a Three of Swords if I was to choose an achy, breaky, heartbreak type of energy. Solely because, a Five of Cups has grief, while a Three of Swords just has pain. And for the grief to be there, you have to realize that you wanted something and you lost it, but you wanted an emotional connection, right? A Five of Cups always does convey emotionality. It has emotional connection. The Three of Swords, the emotionality may or may not be there, but what definitely is there is the acute understanding or the acute realization of pain. The acute realization of pain, but it may not be a love situation. It just may also just be pure rejection. That has nothing to do with love, nothing to do with, or excuse me, has nothing to do with love, or it could have just pure ego, right? It could have. Five of Cups also has ego, but there still is grief. There's remorse. Anyway, the nuances of a Three of Swords and a Five of Cups. Oh, for everybody. Let's definitely not go and get Three of Swords and Five of Cups energy at all. But since we have it, let's continue pulling. So watching videos. Somebody could be watching self-help videos, gaining closure of a connection that they know is never going to happen, understanding and sporty. A person who goes around in casual wear, goes around in fleece, goes around in perhaps stretch pants, goes around in lots of lycra and fleece and sneakers and rubber. Okay, so someone's realizing in a million years what they hope to go and have with you will never, ever, 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 ever happen. They think that's sad though because you guys were such a perfect match. Could have been so great together, that's what they say. This person has been trying to get to you by subliminations. They think if they go and if they work on you, on the soul plane, the energetic plane, perhaps there could be a change if they still think on their head you're a perfect match. I have communicator here, but honestly, from the energy I'm getting, I don't really think that person is such a good communicator, or the communication that's been passed through has led to the understanding that nothing is ever, ever, ever going to happen. And I see this as a blessing from the spirits for you. You are beloved by the spirits. Someone trying to coerce, I can't say the word, coerce, co- co- coerce you into something is not allowed by your spirit guide. That's what my Kwiku Chen says. Isn't she cute? So that is another message. I'm going to take a brief break and I will be back. I do have my little handy sign. I have my little reading sign. It's so bright. I don't even know where my little light went. Anyway, if anybody would like a reading, let me know. I shall be back. I'm around. I'm just eating a little bit of an apple before I start. All right, I am back. So yes, instead of using the moon cards, I'm using these slips of paper. I have a bunch of them on everything. I was sneezing, so pardon me for that. So, all right. So yes, I'm here. I'm here with all my three muses. I have Kwikwi-chan, I have Xiaomei, and I have little Kochi, pink nose, with everybody here. I am going to put this a little further down though. So let's go and get another message. Just general messages that I'm pulling. I'm leaving it up to whatever comes out. This particular slips of paper that I have, there's a variety of things in here. So for a tarot message, I have a Knight of Cups. I'm not going to clarify this Knight of Cups, but I am going to get a few pieces of a few slips to accompany the Knight of Cups. So accompanying the Knight of Cups, I have Hangman, which is Pisces energy, Pisces and Scorpio energy. Entering Pisces season, also too, perhaps someone hung up on love or hung up towards pursuits, creative pursuits, pursuits that feel like they nourish their soul. Perhaps waiting for the ability to move on things that nourish their soul. So I have one of the doshas, one of the body types, Pitta or Pita. I'm not quite sure how you say this, but I do know that this is someone who has a lot of fire in them. There are three body types. One of the body types, and people have a combination of two doshas, maybe even three, but one's always prevalent. And this particular one is a fire type. They are muscular, they are athletic, they are sporty, they are very enthusiastic, they're entrepreneurs, they're go-getters, they they get warm very easily, they get flushed very easily. They should have warm hands. Their blood circulation should be good with this coming up. They could be anywhere from medium height to average height, or at least a medium build to long limb build. You know what I mean? When I say, like, you know how sometimes people can have, like, regardless of the height, like how their body proportions are. Anyway, this is someone who definitely would act first before thinking, or maybe they would prefer to go and act first before thinking. Ironic that it's with Hangman. Somebody has been restraining themselves from their true self. Somebody's been holding back. Pitta, I think it's Pitta, combined with Hangman under a Knight of Cups means that somebody has been doing a little bit of self-sacrifice and not acting according to their innate selves. They've been putting on a facade, feeling like they have to put on a facade, feeling like with whatever they built or created, if they moved on something, we'll find out more about this Knight of Cups, they could lose it. Let's see more about They said not clarifying Knight of Cups, it's accompanying Knight of Cups. So, looking at your pictures. Okay, so someone. I'm going to pull one more. Because all of a sudden now it's skewed all the way towards love, but this person is acting counter, is not acting like their true selves, their authentic selves. Strength. Is that the strength to hold back? Well, the strength to definitely know where and how. Well, I would say intelligent strength here with the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, Hangman, and this sort of energy. What I'm dealing with is definitely someone is not foolish. Someone is very critical. I do have someone in romantic energy. This person is not being authentic to themselves because, well, obviously they have a game. Let's find out more. Now I will clarify. Let's see what we have. Knight of Cups gets the world. Knight of Cups gets 8 of Swords. And the Chariot. I don't know if I cut the deck or not, if I just pulled out cards. I kind of forgot. I wasn't paying attention myself. So I'm not necessarily going to read that Empress because I'm not sure if I cut the deck or if I just pulled. I completely wasn't paying attention. I was only thinking about pulling. So Knight of Cups and this energy combine. Well, first of all, the world clarified by 8 of Swords tells me again, this is a little bit of that hangman, PETA type of energy. Someone is not being authentic to themselves. They feel like in order to obtain what they want, they can't be authentic to themselves. They're going to come forward in energy. I was just checking this. Scorpio, Hangman, and then now Chariot. A lot of emotionality here with all the water signs represented. Someone's in a whole bunch of emotional distress. Well, they're emotional distress, but they're sorting it out. They're also acknowledging their feelings. I'll also say that. But however, in acknowledging their feelings and working around a solution, this person is definitely going to do things atypical from how they would normally want to do it or how they'd be inclined to do it. And in that case, let's go and check out the Chariot. But because I find these cards fun, and it's been aware and beware, I'll go and throw a slip on the world and 8 of Swords too. So the world. Did someone meet on a dating site? Is someone going on a dating site? Is this person trying to meet people, or did you meet someone through a dating site, not your preferred method of meeting or not their preferred method of meeting, but you know, it works. So not being authentic to themselves, maybe because there's a digital gateway in between. Let's go and check out 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords. I have, what was that, enthusiastic? Ah. Do I have somebody who's planning on registering or dealing with the world of dating apps? Not that enthusiastic about it. The prospect of it doesn't really, that's what my little cat says. She says, meow, meow. Is it meow, meow, little girl? Is it meow, meow, that little curly feeties? I did her nails earlier today. Look at those nails, all clipped. So now that we have a meow from Kwee-Kwee-chan, someone's not enthusiastic about going back on or going out to dating sites. It's almost a little humorous, right? Let's go and see what this chariot is about. Chariot, I am going to clarify. I guess I can go and pull this way. So, chariot. I want to keep this face down because I am going to, oh, that popped out. I'm going to take this. I'm not going to take that because I think you could imply Five of Swords energy from Knight of Swords anyway. But let's go and check out Chariot first with these little slips. Chariot. Somebody has money. Somebody comes from money. Somebody, are they exactly trust fund material? Well, they're comfortable. Financially comfortable. And I wonder if this is someone who you meet, because we already had the body type of Pitta there, Pitta. Is it Pitta or Pitta? I have to find out now. But with Willowy, somebody's not going to have much bulk to them, but they'll have a lot of money. They'll have a lot of get-go. They could be a Cancer sign. Cancer sign from old money. Wonder what kind of enlightenment. Maybe the fact of who they want to go with. Oh, looking at your pictures, all of a sudden this just makes a whole lot more sense. Okay, so for some of you, this is the message. For some of you, I have a new person looking at you, a new person coming at you. This is for the people on a dating site. You're going to meet someone. This person could have strong water in their sign. If they're not strong water, they're strong if they're not strong water, actually, I take that back. They have to have strong water. It's going to be a Pisces. It's going to be a Cancer. It's going to be a Scorpio, somewhere in their main planets or their personal planets. So think of Sun, Moon, Rising. Definitely think Venus. And this person also has Gemini placement somewhere. If not Gemini Sun, then maybe they have Gemini Venus. Maybe they have Gemini Mercury or Mars. They could have air Mercury or Mars. Anyway, for some of you on dating sites, someone is not enthusiastic about the idea of being on a dating site, but they're looking at your pictures and they're wondering, well, they're going to go and approach. That person has strong water, strong air. Strong Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. That energy is going to be prevalent. I feel Mars, Mercury, Venus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This person's going to be very strong air, very strong water. That person is going to be willowy, or someone who's going to approach the other. That person is not going to have much bulk to them. That person is going to come from money, or they're going to maybe at least give the appearance of old money. You know, almost like when you meet those older types of people and they use the word like darling, like every 2 seconds. kind of like that. But enlightenment. Well, they're going to go and explore the connection. For some of you, either an air or a water sign is going to be reaching out to you. As I said, I feel strong Aquarius, strong Gemini, strong Cancer, strong Scorpio, strong Pisces. I feel that water is definitely, if it's not in their main house, then I would say their Mars, Venus, seventh house. I don't even know if that could be moon because it's so kind of direct, the water. If anything, I'd almost wonder if the air would be moon. The air would be moon, maybe the Mercury would be, excuse me, the air would be moon. The moon would be air, maybe Mercury would be air, and then of course the other placements, right? Other prominent placements. That's who I have for some of you. On dating sites, you are going to be contacted by somebody who comes from a pretty good background. That person doesn't like the idea of being on dating sites, but they will be there. They won't have much bulk to them. Or maybe you don't have much bulk to you. Somebody definitely has a willowy body type. Someone definitely has an athletic body type. And basically, when I say willowy, you could take that as graceful. You could also take that as no offense. Um, the computer nerd type of figure, right? As I said, no offense. I'm pretty skinny myself, so, don't take offense at anything that I say about that. I'm just saying that with willowy, literally they have the body of a willow. And when I say the athletic body type, that's someone who is definitely a little bit more, well, defined, a lot more defined. One is a stick, one isn't. All right. I'm going to, should we do one more message? Then I'm going to take a little break. Do one more for now, and then I'll take a little break. Mainly because I'm here with all these sleeping cats. They're just sleeping and all chilled out. And I think I'm going to get up and move around a little bit for maybe about 10 minutes. But I'll pull one more and then I'll come back. I'll come back in about 10 minutes. But let's do one more first. I had a light. Where did my light go? Oh, here. Maybe there's no need for the light. She's just sleeping and yawning. It's very, very restful energy here. All right. Let's get another tarot message now that we have one on dating. Well, interesting. So far, I got metaphysical. The fact that some of you have a very strong bond to the other side. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but you're calling in or someone's calling you in as their soulmate, but this person has imperfections. This person has notable imperfections that you don't have, but they're cleaning themselves up. If you want to be a part of someone's journey like that. Another message, I actually forgot the second message, but then this last one about dating. A dating site. Some of you are going to be contacted by someone online with money, from money. Interesting, right? All right. Let's go and get another message. Let's see. I have 4 of Wands. I am going to start clarifying this 4 of Wands, and then I'll see what other cards I'll pull out to accompany it. So, 4 of Wands. Let me just put my fingers in here. It's like, a bunch of cards, a bunch of slips. Four of Wands. I have two. I have happiness. I have communicator. Someone's going to be quite forthcoming and not really play any games in, making a proposition to you. A proposition that will make you happy. Could it be work? Well, it could be work. It could also be love in this energy. Let's find out more. One moment. Okay. So now, happiness and communicator. I think my cat is actually going to go and bless me with something in the litter box. I may have to take another break. I'm going to see what she's doing. She has 3 other litter boxes, but she has to use the one right in front of me. Let's see what I'm doing. I'm watching what she's doing. Anyway, let's continue. 4 of Wands and communicator. I'm going to show you what she looks like in the litter box because she's so cute with her tail up. She's definitely leaving something for me to go. Let's put this on hold because my cat is going to give me a gift. The gift that never stops giving. And I definitely need to go and get that because otherwise this room is going to smell in a moment. I'll be back in a second. All right. Sometimes when a cat does their, oh, hi, Penguin. How are you? Penguin, are you still here? Will you find a solution to your current problem, or at least what, Penguin? Hi. Yeah, sorry I missed your thing. I actually see that you did make a donation. Thank you for that. So, write your question again. Will you find a solution to your current problem, or at least what? Someone who will help you. All right. So first, Penguin, let's do first someone who will help you. And then we'll take a look at solution to your current problem. So, Penguin, find someone who will help Penguin. Penguin, I have 2 of Cups, bottom of a deck energy, the Star, the world and the hermit. So first of all, Penguin, I think that there is someone out there who can help you. However, the star and the world and the hermit almost makes me wonder if this person is someone who is either very different from you, Penguin, or someone who is, well, first of all, let me say it's someone who's going to think the world of you. I do think it's going to be someone who believes in you. That's the first thing, is someone who's going to help you. But I do wonder if there's a little bit of distance in between that, and also to somebody who's worked with you before. Someone who there's a little bit of distance between you, someone who you've known for a while, someone who understands you. But let's go and find out more. So Two of Cups. Let me pull one thing on this. No, Two of Cups, I have physics. Do you know any science majors, or maybe think about the laws of physics? I'm not really up on physics anymore. It's been a while. It's probably been about 6 months or so. If not longer, maybe 8 months. It's been a while. I don't think I paid attention to really any science-based content since probably last spring. I did pay attention to a whole bunch of environmental content, but not physics. So think about that. Physics coming up to Two of Cups. Apathetic. Well, they don't really have, a lot of people aren't affected by it directly, so it's like weak consideration. You got to release the apathetic people. So too, it feels like almost like a firecracker there with release. Oh, monogamy, all that you need. It's really to make sure you find the right person. Let's go and clarify this Two of Cups some more. Two of Cups. I have a Knight of Wands. Ace of Wands. 10 of Pentacles. Well, first of all, you should be able to go and find somebody in this energy. Knight of Wands, Ace of Wands, and 10 of Pentacles. The question is, with apathetic physics, release, and monogamy. I'm really curious as why physics is here. As I said, just think about that. That could be maybe something that you like, but it's also like, I don't know, think about things like energy transfer, and also too, your thoughts become your reality. Isn't there a physics, several types of labs that have done experiments on physics in which they spoke about like group thought, for instance, and how group thought affected people's like feelings, like being happy, sad, angry. Also too, I could swear there was one at Cornell University that spoke about almost like black hole energy, but black hole energy from the crowd. Anyway, I think too, in this energy, let me go and say, Penguin, if you think people are apathetic to your situation, I think that that is what you're going to get. So you have to go and sort of change that and think about people who you know or people who you're contacting and the fact that they are not apathetic, that you release that sort of negative mindset, and you think about their they care. I think that's also what that has here. I'm going to take a look at Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands, and Ten of Pentacles, because it looks like the person who can help you is almost someone who's going to bring you to their house, or someone who has a lot of money, or someone who can go and put you in contact with a new job, someone who's going to put you in contact with a new place, someone who's going to move you to a new place. There's a whole lot of like movement here. And I'm just curious with these very strong cards, I'm going to take a look and see if they're positively aspected or negatively aspected. Let's take a peek. I'm going to take a peek most at this Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands to me is such a cheery card. I like it. Ace of Wands gets a Two of Swords, a Hangman, I have a stagnated Ace of Wands. Well, it's not exactly stagnated. I take that back. This Ace of Wands is just one that takes a while to develop. Two of Swords, Hangman, Seven of Cups. It's like there's lots of moving parts to what they would need to help you, and also lots of moving parts of whatever's going on in maybe the people who you are contacting. It's also, too, do they want to go and get involved? So, Ace of Wands, I get romantic feeling. Oh, I have two other cards that were up here as well. I have resent and neighborhood. Have you spurned anyone? Have you spurned anyone in your neighborhood? Maybe some people felt like previously you gave attention not in their direction and they're taking that personally now. Enabler. Present. Let's see, one more. Work partners. So I think if you push, first of all, you can go and get someone. But know that that person is weighing the pros and cons of of how much effort it's going to take. Is it worth their time, especially with that Hangman? And I do think this person feels a little bit, I know this person is resentful a little bit. This person has romantic feelings, but they know that it won't come ever into play, and therefore the best they can hope for is work partners. Being a work partner. It's like this, like I see somebody here who is in the process of helping or giving the appearance of helping, but they only help so far, first of all. Okay, let's go and check out Knight of Wands. Well, it seems like, someone's going to hem and haw about it a lot. They can help. They're apathetic right now. I think that with that monogamy card here, they really wanted a relationship with you, but they feel like they got shunned in some way. And I feel like here with this energy, the fact that you were around and not as present as they would have liked, there's a little bit of hard feeling about that. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands gets the alone time. So yes, I can see that you were busy off doing your own thing. Busy off having fun without maybe the other people. The other people were there thinking you must have been having fun doing X, Y, and Z, exploring new, well, they think you were doing something interesting. Something interesting that they don't know about. I have Sorceress. So you've been trying to build up your own environment. Solo, you've been trying to gain ground, gain achievements. You've been gaining achievements, and I do think you've had admirers around you who would like to be a part of that with Cupid. Somebody certainly thinks you're interesting. Self-reliance. Well, there you go. You keep to yourself and you're busy. Somebody definitely is there going, where can I fit into this? And they also think that you were just off doing your own thing and your own thing didn't involve them. Let's find out more. So Knight of Wands, it's a Queen of Swords in the world. Well, first of all, in terms of who will help you, I think because people think that you are doing interesting things and up to interesting things, they are going to be open to having you around, or at least learning a little bit more about you, learning what you've been up to so far. It's going to be curiosity that's going to go and have these people be open to you and perhaps help you. They're going to help you solely because maybe they've never seen anybody move the way that you move. It's a little bit of Gawker energy. How do you make your achievements? How do you move the way you move? How do you live your life the way you live it? And what kind of achievements are coming your way? They want a front row seat. And finally, Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, I'm going to clarify this and then I'll pull some of those slips. Ten of Pentacles, I have an Empress, Judgment, and Hermit. Well, somebody's definitely making a decision. Somebody's able to make a decision. Hermit, Seven of Swords, they're weighing, Hermit is weighing the relationship you had before. Well, Hermit's attached. Hermit has attached feelings. Seven of Wands, Six of Cups, Ten of Cups, and Judgment. Five of Swords, an opportunity. Unsure of where that opportunity will go, but they have the opportunity now. Well, Feels like if you contact people who you already know, they feel slighted that they've been out of your life. They feel slighted that they've been out of your life, cut out of your life. Empress. 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, 3 of Cups. Let's go and take a look a little bit more at the 10 of Pentacles itself. That's what my little cat says. So 10 of Pentacles. Good together. Manifester. So I do think you can find avenues with the people that you have in mind on one way or another because they think that you guys make a good pair. Wow, strong resentment. I resents you. And then I also had resent over here too. I resent under Ace of Wands for your initiative and your creativity and your drive and your vision. And then I have resents, this person thinks that you work well together, but they still ultimately also resent your potential and what you've built so far and how you've moved and how independent you are, how you gain what you've gained. They resent your independent spirit and your creativity and your resourcefulness. Or sorry, I know that was like garbling the words. Let's see if I can pull one more card here. Well, have confidence. First of all, they resent you, but the end message is for you to have confidence because they do think that you are interesting. They do think that you are going places. They do think that you have a Midas touch. They are really put out the fact that you've been off doing things without keeping in touch with them or telling them what they're doing or doing it together. They do resent you a whole lot. But they also recognize the value of being able to be in your company. No one else quite has the zip that you have, and they do think that you are good together. You are interesting. Very little dicey energy there. Because ultimately, you're dealing with someone who resents your independence and resents how you've been able to move thus far, even if you need help right now. So I'm going to go and pull one more clarifier now that we looked at people who will help you. I have Magician. I have 8 of Wands. I have 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands. 6 of Cups. 7 of Cups. I think you can get somewhere with the people who you've met before, but I do think they all kind of come with their own unique trips. Five of Wands, I get sloppy. Dominant, they're going to take advantage. And I got self-reliance again, which is almost a misnomer here under Five of Wands energy because, well, Five of Wands is a collective of people that can't be by themselves. Right? Five of Wands is a situation that can't act independently. I have the World. If I was to put an overarching energy on that, Freezer, perhaps people who you haven't. Well, you're unlocking people who you haven't dealt with, or introducing yourself to people who are frozen and thawing the ice between them, one or the other. Ice breaking, and establishing new relationships, or reestablishing relationships. And ultimately, some people really feel like they've been blocked out of your life, and or they got some things of their own going through that they're going through. It really still comes down to your charisma. Okay, so I see, like, Penguin, I think you're in some really odd and odd kind of not the best energy, because it's like the people who are around you, they really resent how you move. They resent your creativity. They resent how you think. You got, like, they recognize you as a powerhouse, but then they resent the fact that you're able to do that. It feels like all in your own energy. Then all in your own energy, but the people who know you, it's not like you've been coming to them for reassurance, or even like reporting, oh, I'm doing this or I'm doing that. You just go off and do your own thing. And I don't think they can do their own thing without collaborating with a whole bunch of other people and situations and whatnot beforehand. These people need a whole entourage to do anything. They can't really get up on their own energy and actually produce something by themselves. They need a whole party to do something. I do think that your biggest gain to getting people to help you, Penguin, is the fact that they've never met anybody like you. You are quite the individual. It does feel like there's a little bit of time to rebuild things, but also to rebuild a relationship or build up relationships, but also feels like not that much time. Things are just progressing so quickly. Freezer, it's cold right now. You could be creating new relationships or unthawing relationships. Either way, you're breaking the ice. Still think with unprocessed grief that it's like overtones of the resentment. But ultimately, your charisma is really going to get you carried through. So being as positive as possible, being carefree as possible, being more you, even though those traits are precisely what makes those people envy you, resent you. So all you need, Penguin, is an art dealer to make everything turn around, and they know that. That's all you need, Penguin. All you need is like one specific person to look at you and go like, yes, I'll go and invest in you, and then all your issues can be solved. And maybe that is also the sorest sticking point with the people who you deal with, that they know that literally you are just a sentence away from success. So close and yet so far. And two, it all depends upon who you meet, who you know, where are you, where are they, right? All those things. But it's just like you're really on the thread of something great. And I think that also gets them. I also think that what's working against you is that you're around people who are a little bit of clods. A little bit of a clods. You know, they're cloddish, they're uneducated, they don't appreciate art, maybe they can't appreciate your charisma. So, and maybe too, this is something to think about, Penguin. Maybe the people too that you are approaching for help, maybe they put on the face that they are not rednecks, but maybe they are. So, like, of course, you know, we all come from a variety of backgrounds. I mean, I went to a really good school and I met people from really good families, and I swear those people were like algae. You know, I don't necessarily think it's the money that makes you better. It's your household and your family and the time your family invests in you, regardless of income, that makes you a good person or not, makes you an educated person or not, makes you a sensitive person or not. Nothing to do about per se finances and this and that. I mean, that helps, but it all is about the empathy and support and love and actual urging and not crushing the children, right? Not crushing dreams. And people can crush dreams regardless if you're from a wealthy family or a rich family. But where did my redneck thing go? It disappeared. But I think that with this one, what I'm getting is that, you know, I feel like this is like almost like literal people who are uneducated and really, really rough and boorish. But I also feel like, too, this includes people who say or go around with the veneer like they're educated or they care about the arts or they're this or they're that. But ultimately, they're not. Because they don't themselves don't even believe in it. Like, you know how some people, for instance, because everybody becomes a vegan, maybe they'll try veganism for 2 weeks, or maybe because everybody is there wearing like green socks, they're going to wear green socks. So there's also like the type of person who just follows along with trends, but maybe at the heart of it, that's all they're doing is following along with trends and not actually believing in them. Like there are people who could go and visit spirituality centers, but still they're judging everything from like a rather limited worldview. And they while they're there to like, you know, so-called learn and be open to other cultures or other expressions, they can't let go. Right? So that's what I mean with redneck. I think all those things come into to play. The people that are actively going like, I don't know, shoot a deer and eat it. And then the people who, yeah, anyway. So that's what I get did that answer your question on who will help, or would you like me to pull a little bit more on it? I can look at your other question if you'd like. That's good. Let me know, Penguin. I mean, the other one was, will you find a solution to your current problem? Would you like me to take a look at that, or then you said, or at least someone who will help you? Did I answer your question with that, or would you like me to look at finding a solution to your current problems? Okay. So find a solution to your current problem. Let's take a look at that. So, Penguin, if you want me to do that second part of the question, because that's another question, then I would need another donation. So, Penguin, okay, that sounds good. So, I'm going to take a break for about maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'll come back. So, right now it's 11:08 where I am. Actually, Astrological Notes is coming out in 3 minutes for the air signs. If anybody's an air sign, go check it out. And let's say like around like 11:20, 11:30, I'll be back. Okay, I'll leave this up. Unless my internet kapoots. My internet kapoots, Penguin. I did get your donation for the second reading. Thank you. If my internet kapoots, then I'll just set up another live and you can join me on there. Okay. Be back in a little bit.